when I try to change my physique to such an extent to which I always imagine that I'm gonna do that, but always fail that. I never scream in the gym before. I just only scream once, and which is when I was training with him. Even though you're giving the right information, but they still don't want your because it's for free.
Exactly.
People don't like the free stuff. You still doing that?
Yes and no. Funny enough, I actually completed my Cert 4 in 6 days.
Wow.
6 days. If you can't do it by yourself, why should I trust that you can make me do it?
100%.
You know?
He mentioned into the email 50 grams means 50 grams, not 49 or not 59, 51. And he increased my calories to 3200. That's like 100. First, I asked so many questions to myself. Am I went to the right person? And I'm saying that I'm feeling a little bit low in energy now because I'm very cut short to the calories. But it's never feel like that. Okay, so I have to eat this shit now.
Yeah.
Every single meal, I actually enjoying it. How many clients do you have now? And it is just all because of the word of mouth, or you get it through your social media?
I have been lucky enough to grow without using much social media, to be honest. Like, then someone can just scroll, see this post and think to themselves, wow. So if I had started 12 weeks ago, I would have been there now. I would have had the physique that I want. Now, how many clients I have at the moment? I have, I think
He's charging $100 for an hour for just session. I'm about to put the dumbbells on the floor. It's like, give me 5 more. It's not down, man. It sometimes seems like that I'm gonna cry here. Over here, if I'm telling someone that I'm an engineer, it's, oh man, you're so smart. It's like, I never get that compliment back in my life, back in my country. If I'm telling someone that I'm an engineer, it's like, so you are doing the same shit what everyone is doing. Hi, fellows. Welcome to Aussie Diaries once again. Today, I'm podcasting with Ziad. I'm very excited for today's podcast because he's my mentor, my coach. He helped me a lot in getting my physique in such a good shape. I have never achieved that physique before. Obviously, I've been training for a while, which was a lot of hard work. Those who are into the fitness industry, they know that how focused you are, how much hard work you put into that. But when I try to change my physique to such an extent to which I always imagine that I'm gonna do that, but always fail that I think something is lacking. And in today's podcast, we're also gonna discuss that why personal training is important. Because some people they just went to the gym and had a little bit of workout, watch a bunch of YouTube videos, and then consider themselves, I know everything. No, it's not. You always need a mentor, and it doesn't matter you are looking your mentor into the fitness industry or in a business or in any field. Uh, I'm not talking about the teachers because teachers are something different, but mentors are something different. Uh, Even when I train with my coach, uh, he pushed me to such a limit. I was not lifting that many heavy weights, but I feel that I never scream in the gym before. I just only scream once, and which is when I was training with him, and he pushed me so hard. Also, we're gonna discuss in this podcast that if someone who is coming from overseas and if someone who is already here in Australia and want to pursue his or her career into the fitness industry, Zed is going to answer those questions because he's already in the field. He have more than a decade experience in the same field. Plus, I'm gonna share his link of his website where you can, if you want your personal training, you can help. You can get the help from Zaid. He help you a lot. Like genuinely, if I'm telling you, and if you believe in me, is the best guy. He's best guy in the field. It's not about that I'm praising him. I get what I didn't get in the last previous years. So yeah, I think this is going to be very informative podcast. Let's start. Zed, thank you so much for coming here today and giving us the opportunity to know you a bit more as a person And also, I have personally so many questions today because I'm going to start the same career as well. And you know that I'm pretty much finished one of my certificate as well. But I have watched a lot of YouTube videos, but you cannot get the exact right information because today's world, it's full of information and you do not know that which is the right information, which is the wrong information. But if someone have the right information, it is much easier to follow that path and achieve your goals. So my first questions today is why you come to Australia and choose this fitness industry to pursue your career.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for this amazing introduction. Um, yeah, when I first came to Australia, I actually lived in Malaysia first. Well, I come from Egypt. Just let's go back a couple of years. I'm from Egypt. I went to Malaysia when I was 17. Wanted to study there engineering, so that's the career I actually wanted to pursue. And then I completed 2.5 years in Malaysia, moved to Australia to continue my education. On the side, I'm going to the gym. I just love sports in general, so I did like javelin throw before. I did handball, so I did a couple of sports, and just going to the gym was just on the side. And then when I wanted to continue my engineering degree, I came to Australia, loved it here. I actually wanted to come here just for one semester. It was an exchange program.
So you came here as a student.
Yes, I came here as a student to continue my engineering, my bachelor's in engineering, and it was meant to be
Engineering?
electrical engineering.
I have the same thing.
So that was meant to be just one semester and then go back to Malaysia. But then I just loved it here. Everything here was amazing. Opportunities here are like you already know, too many opportunities. If you
Compared to Malaysia.
compared to Malaysia, Egypt, yeah, definitely too many opportunities. If people really want it, it depends on whether you want it or you kind of
Exactly.
yeah. And then I completed my engineering degree here, and then actually did masters as well in engineering, which I recently finished.
Wow.
And then now big shift in my career because I've always loved, going to the gym and just bodybuilding, sports in general. And then I thought like I do have enough knowledge in it to help other people. And then I started with just like one or two clients. I didn't even post that I'm going to be, an online coach. I just started with like people asking me for advice and then asking me to become.
And you charge them for that?
So at the start, I had friends that I wanted to do it to them for free.
Okay.
Never works. Okay, never works. No one follows a plan that comes to them for free. So that was unfortunate because I put effort in it.
I can understand. I experienced that stuff.
Yeah, it's very common, very common to people to be wanting to help their friends and then
Even though you're giving the right information, but they still don't want your because it's for free.
Exactly.
People don't like the free stuff.
Exactly. So one guy came up to me before, asked me for some advice. His name is Addy, by the way, so shout out to Addy. He is why I started everything because he just wanted some advice and I helped him. And then he was like, I'm looking for a coach. Can you help me with, nutrition and so on? And then I told him, well, like I can. And then we start working together. And I coach myself usually. So, like plans won't work for every single physique. So to me, knowing that I can change my physique however I want, doing bodybuilding and so on, it was still like this, all this, like fear of like, is it gonna work for like other people, like are like, or is it just me, sort of thing. And then I worked with Addy, and he saw immense transformation that made him so happy and made me so happy. He was so confident, and that's when I was like, okay, like the happiness I felt from that was like good. I was like thinking to myself, if I don't want to be the best engineer for them, so there's no motive in there. I'm just doing it. Just
You're not
work.
getting the happiness.
Yeah. While from changing people's physiques, I get the happiness from there. So I'm like, okay, that's fun. That was fun. I want to take him to the next level, and then we kept pushing, and then from there I started getting like more and more like my friends recommending their friends to me and so on. And then when I start seeing like more results, and I was like, okay, maybe I can actually start, building a team. And um, yeah, I'm just very competitive just by nature, so
Mm.
that's why I do bodybuilding. But at the same time, as a coach, I was like, well, now I kind of want to be the best coach, around. So I started like focusing on like growing that and like learning more, and that's pretty much how I am here right now.
Yeah. Uh, what do you think that people, those who want to change their career, because you did your engineering first and then after that you pursue a completely different uh,
Yeah.
careers,
Mm-hmm.
how hard it is that once you already finish, because you spend the, I think the main thing is like you spend your time into that particular field which you think that you're going to pursue it, like
Mm-hmm.
you spend almost like 5 to 6 years in
6 years.
engineering, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that it's a sudden career change, and like,
Yeah.
a lot of people, they're scared of this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they really don't have that much courage to completely change that. Because first, I think the very first scare is like, are you gonna make money?
Yeah.
And then the other one is like, I have already spent 6 or 7 years into that particular field, and now I'm going to learn again from a start. But I think that's why a lot of people, regardless of which country you are living in, you're in America, Australia, Pakistan, UK, wherever you are in the world, people uh, do their job making money
Mm-hmm.
and still not happy.
Yeah.
And ultimately, you lose that happiness and that fulfillment,
Mm-hmm.
which makes your life better. What do you think? How hard it is, like, to changing your career, and why you have to do that?
Mhm. That's a very good point. To me, it's definitely like a major fear, right, for everyone, of like changing careers, because it's sort of like you're switching from something that is more safe and secure,
Mm.
working with your degree that you studied for and so on, to shifting to something else that, what if it didn't work? What if I didn't make enough money, for example, to support myself, and then now I have wasted my studies? Because when you try to get back, like if I try to get back to engineering, for example, let's say 5 years down the track, I try to get an engineering job, they would say, why didn't you work as an engineer for 5 years? So it's a big risk. So to me, like I've listened to a lot of like I read a lot of some books and like listening to a lot of podcasts, and people, you would hear them saying, oh, you just need to like risk it and just like go all in, and when you don't have a second chance, that's when you proceed. But to me, I didn't really want that as well. I still like security.
Uh-huh.
So what I did was I kept working. I tutor at the university as well. uh,
In
yeah,
the engineering,
in engineering. So I tutor. It's a casual job though, so it's not really like I didn't need to be an engineer to do that.
you still doing that?
Um, yes and no. So I did. It's per semester. So
Okay.
at the moment, like we're in summer break, so I'm not doing it, and I don't know if I will get back into it.
Uh-huh.
But the shift happened to me because that was like my pretty much my income. So I wanted to grow my coaching on the side while having the security of the tutoring. You know what I mean? So that I don't just like drop everything and start coaching and then panic of like, oh, what if I, all the nonsense I
You
told
would
you.
lose all the clients and all that stuff,
Yeah,
which is pretty common, I guess.
yeah. And what if it didn't work? What if I wasn't like a really, good coach and I didn't see results and I couldn't build my business? So I wanted to keep this, like doing something on the side, making sure there is income coming, so that I'm not doing that for the money. I'm just doing that for the passion. And if it went well, then perfect. I can switch to it. If it didn't, well, I didn't lose anything. I still have the security coming from, like other jobs.
I think it's very important to follow your passion, because that's ultimately give you the fulfillment.
Mhm.
If you are just doing something for just making money, because even if you're making less money in your passion, you still feel happy, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So okay, so just move into the next chapter. How did you start your career in fitness? Obviously, you told us that you started with your friends, but obviously over here, especially working in Australia, you need the qualifications and
Yeah.
certifications and all that stuff. uh, I'm gonna merge another question with that, which is, I have seen a bunch of personal trainers, those who are out of shape completely, and it seems to me, I'm not 100% sure that what it is, but it seems to me that they are not passionate about the
Mhm.
sport. Why they come into this industry, and if someone like for me or maybe some XYZ person coming to the gym and he or she wants to transform their bodies and they're looking for a coach, when they see someone who is already out of shape and that person is a coach in the gym,
Mhm.
what experience they get or what they perceive from them. Do they go for the one those who already in the shape, or they go for, okay, so this person have the certifications, okay, I'll go that he have the knowledge
Mhm.
or she have the knowledge. What do you think, because you already in the field and you're
Mhm.
working here,
Mhm.
what do you think, what people are doing that, the people, obviously you're working with some other people those are out of shape,
Mhm.
do people still want their coaching as well?
Yeah, great point. So let's start with what PTs need to be in the field. So, very simple, just two certificates, certificate 3 and certificate 4 in fitness, which, funny enough, I actually completed my cert 4 in 6 days. Six
Wow.
days. So, I mean, obviously, because I had like enough knowledge from through my years with experience and, like learning by myself and so on, just before I even want to be a personal trainer. So I had the knowledge. So when I did cert 4, I was just like running through it. But like, still, I shouldn't be able to finish in 6 days, It's like so short. So the fact that I did just shows you that anyone can just like get the certificates
How you did that in six
Yeah.
days? I'm obviously I'm stick to the same
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
I'm gonna you first complete your answer, and then I'm gonna ask the next one. How you complete in six
Yeah.
days?
Yeah. So getting the certificates is the easy part.
Okay.
Now everyone that get these certificates is qualified now to be a personal trainer, right? The issue is these certificates are not what will help you be the best coach you want to be, right? They don't give you the enough knowledge. Actually, there is like some nutrition modules, but they are not really that detailed or like Um, so yeah, so as a PT, you're actually not meant to be writing nutrition plans. You're just meant to be helping people in the gym, and that's half the process. You definitely need nutrition to see results, right? So back to the point of like whether you would want to have a personal trainer that is out of shape. If if you can't do it by yourself, why should I trust that you can make me do it?
100%.
You know.
100%.
So if I want to go and find a coach, for example, I want to find the best in the business. I want to find someone that has done it. Just in my personal opinion, okay, I think having someone that competes in bodybuilding shows, and I'm not saying that because I do it. There are also some other coaches that are
I
around.
never competed.
Yeah, but I do have like some coaches close close to me, like friends of mine that do compete. They go through the process, and it's more for like how to say, feeling like going through what your client is going through. So like if I give you a diet plan, for example,
Yeah.
that is like 1,000 calories, like super low, that's what most coaches do. When
Oh
they want
yeah.
someone to cut down, they cut the calories, and then you cut the calories, and now you are starving, and then now
You're losing
because
energy as well.
I didn't go through it, so I don't know. So I tell you like, oh, you need to just suck it up and just keep pushing. But because I went through it, now I know that what you're feeling, and then now how we can change that. And to begin with, I would never put anyone on 1,000 calories like this low. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes I would have clients coming in and they are like, oh, I'm just eating like 1,200 calories. I'm like, okay, let's start with like something like 2,600. And they're like, what? Oh, just try. Just listen to me. And they start eating that much, and their body starts reducing stress and so on, and then their body weight starts going down. They start fueling their muscles because you want food for fuel as well, for your hormones, you for many things, not just like weight going up and down.
Yeah, even your emotional being as well.
Yes, 100%. So when you have like more food slash fuel in your body, and then you'll feel more energetic, and then your outcome or your output will be more. While if your food is low and then you reduce your output, it's just
That's such a really good point. I'm gonna add a little bit from my own perspective and from my own personal experience, getting training from Zaid. Um, so I started getting coaching from him almost like 5 weeks ago, right? And I was taking almost like 17 to 1800 calories, and I was feeling almost, you know, when you are at a very low caloric deficit. And I'm not even sure that I'm taking 1700 or 1800 because I was not actually measuring the food, which is a big mistake, I guess. Because when he sent me the nutrition plan for my 4th week, he mentioned into the email 50 grams means 50 grams, not 49 or not 59, 51. And that's what clicked me. Obviously, it all depends on your mindset, that how, if he is telling me something and I'm not following, it's not going to give any harm to him. It's obviously me. But I found not just helping me out in doing the specific exercises, but helping me in the nutrition. And it also gives me an extra motivation, so that now I am answerable to someone, that if I did a cheat meal, or if I eat maybe even a healthy meal a little bit more in grams, what I'm going to tell to my coach, I did this shit. And what he's going to feel, that why you come to me? Why are you giving me the money? And why you are spending your time if you don't want to follow what I'm telling you? And also it's from the mentor side, that when he or she is giving you the training and all the nutritional plan, they actually know that after 1 week we're gonna see you like this, and after 2 weeks we're gonna see you like this. And when you are not showing those results, you're disappointing your coach as well. Okay, so what I was trying to tell here, when I went to him almost like 5 weeks before, and he increased my calories to 3200. Like 100. First, I asked so many questions to myself. Am I went to the right person? He's gonna help me out, even though I'm paying him. Because 3200 calories, and I'm going to achieve that goal in that particular time zone. What if this 3200 calories make me fat again, and I'm gonna increase my body fat again? Because I already reduced almost like 7 kilos before, and which is just only the fat and all. I don't want to lose my muscle as well. But when he increased 3200 calories, literally for 1 week, I didn't believe in him. So like, what is this? I think something is wrong. He do not know the stuff. But when I see his pictures and all this, like, man, I don't know why, but this person, if he achieved it, he knows what he is doing. So I believe in him. And then in the next week, when I see the results, when I'm looking that every single week I'm progressing, it's like, this is the right person. He knows what he's doing. And that's why today I asked him to come to the podcast and share his knowledge and his journey as well. I still have a lot of questions I'm going to ask him, and stay tuned to us. Coach, my next question is, once you've done your certifications, and once you are into the field already, how someone start his or her career into that fitness industry? Obviously, there are so many coaches, so many gyms around, and the ones who just get the knowledge, and maybe someone who is like very passionate, like you was. I'm very passionate about fitness. Even I'm looking to start this career. What if a person like me wants to start his career? I did my certifications, but I'm doing a bunch of other stuff. I'm doing my engineering job. I started few small businesses on the side. I'm not very much worried about the money, but obviously, ultimately, that's gonna affect me as well. If I'm giving my 8 or 10 hours to this personal coaching, this is for there is no doubt that this is gonna give me the happiness what I want. I'm gonna enjoy giving training to someone, or even I'm training. But in terms of how I'm gonna make money with that, if I'm starting from scratch.
Yeah, perfect point. Now is the perfect time to start with, like, obviously social media and how everything is. But best thing about like coaching is it's very scalable and it's exponential. Okay, you get exponential growth, not just like because, for example,
Same like your body.
exactly,
It's like that.
100%. So you have, for example, let's say you start with just one client, just one, right? And then once they see results over like 6 8 weeks or something, and then they, let's say someone, one of their friends see them, and then tell them, oh wow, you changed your look in like short amount of time. Tell them, oh, I saw with Umair, an amazing coach, I've been seeing results so fast. And then this person starts, like, they are not going to even think, they don't care, this person, they don't care whether you are good or bad, they are not even having the doubt, because they had the confirmation from their friend. That is a source that, just it goes to their mind. It's like click and run. So this click and run term, it comes from um, a book called Influence. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's the psychology of persuasion, where if you want to convince someone to do something, if it comes from their friend or family member, someone they trust, they don't
They
even need to think.
indirectly
Directly.
trust you.
Yeah, it's click and run. They come to you, and you're like, that's it. I don't need to you to prove me anything. It's same, for example, as you said just now, when you were like doubting the first week, and then you were like, okay, well, he did it. He looks like he did it. So you start like trusting me. But if I was out of shape, then you wouldn't. So these are like, the thing that can help you grow. Let's say you have now you have two people. If these two people, every one of them gets you another client, that is four. Four becomes eight, becomes 16, and so on. That
Word of mouth.
word of mouth. So word of mouth is, I would say, the biggest thing. A lot of people on social media goes and they go on and do like this ads and marketing. I'm sort of against
You
that, to
don't
be
do
honest.
that much.
I don't do any of that. So all my growth was through a word of mouth, and obviously, to me, because I did my comps, so people see me doing it, and they are like, okay, well, he knows what he's doing. So that's my other point, is to show people that you can. And when you go to the extreme level, when you go not being lean but like shredded, do a competition or not even, but like you look so good, and people look at you and like, oh, if I reach half what this person reached, I'll be happy, because people don't want to be shredded with
Oh,
veins.
yeah. Everyone do not have the same goals that you're going
Yeah.
to compete or do something
Yeah.
like that.
So if you go on and have like not just abs, but abs and veins and super shredded, and people look at you and like, wow,
Or you did
like
something
so
different.
so this mean I can, and then you tell them, well, that's the hard part. Actually, getting lean is not really that hard. So they're like, oh wow, I want that. Then I just want to be lean.
Yeah. Because a lot of people, they're scared that this is going to be very hard sport. It is a very hard sport, but I think just because of the lack of the information and not the right coaching, people are just following any XYZ diet, watching through the social media, or someone
Yeah.
tell that eat this for 6 weeks and you get shredded and this and that. Because some people, they started doing the vegetarian diet,
Yeah.
like just eating eggs.
Yeah.
A guy in my office who's at the reception, he's starting doing the carnivore diet, and he's just eating the source from the meat or from the animal. And by looking at him, another guy in my office, he started doing the same thing.
Yes.
And when I asked him the question, well, why are you doing that carnivore? Because he did that. Your body is different, his body is different, and carnivore diet or the vegetarian diet, your body needs a bunch of other stuff to
100%.
to do that. Even while I'm on this shredding state, we are having the carbs, we are having the meat, we are having pretty much everything. Even I'm eating, you're not gonna believe, I'm eating sugars as well. And a lot of coaches back in my country, those who do not have any information regarding nutrition, they're first gonna tell, if you're going to shred, eat boiled chicken, eat boiled veggies, don't do that, don't eat that. And ultimately, in just 1 or 2 weeks, your mind gonna say, nah, I can't do that, even though you're very hardworking. Over here, I'm achieving my goal, and I'm saying that I'm feeling a little bit low in energy now because I'm very cut short to the calories, but it's never feel like that, okay, so I have to eat this shit now.
Yeah.
Every single meal, I actually enjoying it. And that's, I think, the very important part, because if you do not have the proper meals, which is tasteless, you're not gonna survive it. I have two more important questions. The first one is, what do you think? So today's world, people are using too much mobile phones and they are having the social media. What do you think, as a personal trainer, is it very important to post regularly, or maybe very often showing your physique and your client's physique or what you are doing, not obviously what you are doing in your personal life, but in the fitness industry, what you are doing. Do you think that is also a very important source that people are getting influence from you? And do you make clients like that? I'm going to post another question with the same one. How many, if you don't want to answer, that's fine. How many clients do you have now? And it is just all because of the word of mouth, or you get it through your social media? Because if I tell my story, how I get to know the Zaid or why I'm getting training to him. Because if I tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a very choosy person. Uh, in case of like friends or anything, if someone is not clicking to me, I'm not gonna invest my time, money, or anything into that person. Um, I've been training into the chasing pattern for a while. There are a bunch of trainers. If I need the help, I can go directly to them and ask. I first check how many personal trainers they have, what they have done. I go to the Chasing Better website. I read pretty much about every single personal trainer. And this is the only guy. I think there is another one who competed as well. I don't remember his name. Tyler. Tyler, yeah. These are the just only two people, those who competed, and that's what I want. So like, okay, someone who is already competed, and then I make the call to the chasing beta. So like, I need, this is my goal, this is what I want to do, and that guy, even he was on the phone. They're like, yeah, so we have that guy. He didn't tell me that we have this trainer into your gym. I told him that I'm in Ellenbrook. Yes. And you are in Malaga, which is far away from my place. And so like, this is the person can help you out. Like, okay, connect me. And I went to him. We we sit together. We chat for almost like an hour. Like, this is it. I'm gonna do it. So coming back to the question, so one, why social media is important to influence others to get the clients, and second is how many clients do you have, and it's just because of the word of mouth or through the social media as well.
Yeah. So with social media, I have been lucky enough to grow without using much social media, to be honest. Like, yes, I do post some stuff, but nothing like promoting my coaching or so on. I think I have on, yeah, I think I have like 3 transformations or something on my Instagram page. But I'm actually going to start posting more. And the reason, like, yeah, so whether it's important or no, I think it's definitely important because first you prove to people, like, showcase your work and why you should be trusted to begin with, instead of
Ego that
yeah,
you have this, but obviously someone can see. There is a saying called uh, the one who can showcase themselves, they can sell themselves.
yeah, yeah. So you need to lead by example. You need to look good and show them that you look good and that you can maintain that. And then also you need to show them the transformations, your clients' transformations, because maybe they think that you're just a weirdo that doesn't like food. But then if you show them your clients as well, they also transform their physiques, and then you post for example, like, oh, this has been like an 8-week transformation or 12-week, then someone can just scroll, see this post, and think to themselves, wow, so if I had started 12 weeks ago, I would have been there now. I would have had the physique that I wanted to. So it just like sort of like motivate them, or like, start make them start thinking about it. Like, okay, I've been wasting time. Because I see people in the gym all year round, they look the exact same, searching for the best dieting methods, searching for the best this and that. And then now you're just wasting your whole time and your whole money as well. Like, I know some people want to like save money from, like, having a personal trainer, but it's the same thing as if you have an issue with your teeth, for example, and you want to fix it. You're going to go to a dentist. You're not going to try on YouTube how to fix my teeth. You'll go to the dentist and you're like, this is the professional. He will help me get from A to B. People kind of want to go from A to B, because one year you look the exact same, and then on the side you have, your clients, for example, 12-week challenges everywhere. All coaches do them, and then you see like physique A, physique B. Wow, and like, that's amazing. Yeah. So I think it's definitely important in that sense, because someone can come to you and talk to you about starting, and then they don't start, and then after 8 weeks you posted a client that had an 8-week transformation, and they'll be like, oh wow, I should have started with him. So it definitely helps as a personal trainer. I was lucky enough not to, just like, thankfully, to grow without that because of my bodybuilding comms and word of mouth. But I will definitely be starting to post more for sure. Um, Now the second question is, with my clients, why would I even start posting? Because when I started, as I told you, for me it wasn't much on the income because I do have other things on the side as well. But there was a business that I wanted to start soon, which now took a sort of like a step back. So I'm gonna have to push that for 6 to 7 months, and that's why I wasn't trying to grow my clientele like much. I wanted to stay within like a couple of clients where I can focus on them, give best quality I can give, and work on my other business. But that is now being pushed back to 6 7 months. So now I'll start like growing more. Now, how many clients I have at the moment? I have I think 37 to 40 in this range.
You're on.
All online, yes. I do like to meet my clients every now and then in person.
So what you give the sessions in the gym in which so I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people, those who are watching in from overseas, because my big audience is from overseas, they're not gonna believe because they are paying. So if I convert my currency into the dollars, it's roughly like $50 to $60. People really don't want to pay that much money
Yeah.
for a month
Yeah.
to a personal trainer. He's charging. I'm not kind of like promoting him, but I'm telling you the truth. You can go to the transformula.com on the website. I'm gonna put the link underneath. You can check the services what the guys provide. He's charging $100 for an hour for just session. So, and like honestly, I have got those sessions. I have like 3 or 4 sessions with you 1-to-1. Man, it's worth it. He gave me for free. That's I really appreciate him. He just covered all those expenses into my online coaching. He gave me for free, but $100 for an hour, and it's free. Really, like, because I'm into the fitness, I know what he's talking about, what he's doing. Still worth it.
I just want to say something about this. I honestly think just me, just looking from, taking myself outside of the picture, I think coaching in Australia is a bit expensive. So I think this $100 I think is too much. And the reason I put it there is just because I'm sort of like trying not to have many 80 clients because I don't want to.
One.
Yeah. So that I can have because realistically, the ultimate goal of someone joining a trainer is for them to change their physique from A to B, right? That's the ultimate goal. PT sessions are not going to get you from A to B, right? It's the whole process, it's the whole nutrition and training.
Maybe you can have 1 or 2 sessions and
Yeah.
you pay the $100 just to get the experience that. Because even I have the whole exercise plan from the, and he's updating my nutrition plan every week. So I have pretty much every single thing, and I know that how to do those exercises. I've been training for a while. It's been almost like 6 7 years now. But when I train with him, he actually exceed myself to such an extent that even I'm at the failure. It's because I'll give you an example. So let's say I'm doing the barbell curl or maybe a shoulder press or something, and then he said, "Okay." He never told me that do that many reps. So I started, okay, I'm gonna thought like, okay, so this is the weight what he is giving me. It's going to be almost like 10 or 12 reps, which is a pretty good because sometimes it's heavy or it's a medium weight. So I'm always trying my so hard to just finish 10 or 12 reps. When I'm at the last rep, like the 12th one, and he said like, give me 5 more. What? I was about to finish, and then I give 5 more for somehow. It's not helping me out. And I'm about to put the dumbbells on the floor. It's like, give me 5 more. Isn't that dumb, man? It sometimes seems like that I'm gonna cry here. But yeah, this is what happens into the actual 1-to-1 session. I try so hard when I'm training alone. I try so hard to push myself to that extent. Never happen. Even I pushed so hard.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think meeting people in person is very important. Like online coaching by itself, it's like the whole process that is important. So knowing, when to reach failure, because the muscle to grow, you need to reach failure. And then, as you said, you can reach like 12 reps and you feel like, okay, I think that's it for me. But then I ask you to do five more and you do five more. So this means you were actually far from failure. And then when you reach that, and then now you're like, okay, now I know the feeling of actual failure, you know? And that's when your muscle is under stress and it starts like growing and improving.
I never even count that how many reps. Just following you, it's like five more, five more. It's sometimes when I do not have enough strength to just push one more rep. Coach, I have just bunch of few more questions. The one is, so you started your career as a fitness trainer, and how is it going now? Are you satisfied what you have done? Or you think that, okay, so this is the mistake what I have done, I want to go back to my engineering, or I want to start another business? Because you just recently mentioned that you are just about to start another business, which you just postponed for 8 months. Is it going to be into the same field? If you don't want to answer, that's fine. Is it going to be in the same thing?
It is in the fitness industry. Yeah, I can say that. But yeah, like with
It's a thing what we see here. Yeah.
no, no. So yeah, this is recently. I just joined Jack Nation, amazing brand. They just reached out to me like a couple of weeks ago, and yeah. Anyway, just their quality was really good, but that's not my business. I'm just an affiliate. Um, yeah, but with my coaching, I'm definitely um, happy but not satisfied with where I'm at. As in, I just always like, as I told you, I'm just very competitive. I just want to be the best, in anything I do, and that goes for anyone. Like anyone, you know, does anything at all. You want to be, if you're like a makeup artist, you need to want to have, to be the best makeup artist out there, so that you can actually improve. Otherwise, you're not really, pushing yourself. Anyway, um, I'm definitely satisfied with how many clients I have competing, because that's my major interest, is people competing in natural bodybuilding comps, and IBB as well.
Yes, that's right.
That's what I love to focus more on.
How many of
Are competing. Yeah, so actually next year, which is amazing for me, I've never expected that. I actually have 9 people competing in season across season A and B, which is a massive number. Like coaches usually like would compete. Some obviously like you know one season or something you compete like with many, but yeah, I think like what I see is like 2 to 3 clients or one client per season. This time I have 9 in across 2 seasons, so it's amazing for me, and I would be satisfied next year when hopefully all my clients do the best they can possibly do, and just all of them get satisfied with the results.
Coach, the next question is the one. So you are given mostly your one-to-one sessions in chasing better. So my question is, why you join a gym and how that works? This is a very important question for the one those who are listening this podcast and wanted to start their career. How this thing works, because a lot of people those who are watching that they just have the ambiguity. Even I have an ambiguity. I know a bunch of gyms, they charge you a rent so that you can come there, pay them the rent, and then give your coaching there. A lot of gyms, they work differently. I think the Chasing Better works differently. That's what you told me, that you're not paying them the rent, or you are working few hours for them, and then in return, you're getting your clients. So, two questions. The one is, why is it important so that you can join the gym to get your clients, or you can get your clients even if you are not working into the gym? And how someone can, and who is just starting his or her career, wanted to go and work into the gym? Why is it important?
I think definitely important to start at the gym for multiple reasons. To me personally, the reason I started that because my online coaching was doing well, but I wanted to meet my clients in person, not for like PTing, but like as I told you, like for couple of sessions every now and then to make sure that they're training the way I want them to train, going to failure, hitting the muscles the way they are meant to be, feeling it, and so on. So that was my main reason. For someone just starting, I would say another good reason is because the gym actually gives you clients. So, for example, like the gym would have, let's say, I don't know, 10,000 people in one gym, for example. If 1% of that, want to have a PT to inquire, so that's 10,000, that's 100 people. Yeah. So yeah, so 100 people would inquire, and then now if the gym has like six PTs or something like that, six or five or something, then yeah, then every PT can like, because the 100 people, not all of them will be wanting what you are offering. You can be offering rehab, you can be offering like sports specific training, or like me focusing on like physique transforming pretty much mainly, or like bodybuilding comps. So yeah, out of the 100, then a percentage of these will like come to you. You didn't do anything. You didn't do advertising, marketing, anything. Just purely working with the gym, you get these clients. So I think for someone just starting, definitely like starting with the gym is important. Yeah.
Because everyone is not that much a big influencer on the Insta or the social media. So I think it's a better way to start your career. So you're not paying anything to the gym, but you're working for them.
Yes. So yeah, as you said earlier, some gyms in Australia, the way it works, some gyms um, you need to pay them rent per week, I think, and then some gyms you need to just pay them pretty much in hours. So hours of your time you're working with them, however many hours the gym is asking for.
The coach pretty much about to finish. Just a last question. Uh, I have read a bunch of books on entrepreneurship and self development, and I think gym itself is all about your self development as well. So again, it's a collective question. It's divided into two parts. The first one is um, how this gym freakness in you change your life, your personal life, in terms of like um, your financial life, your well-being, your the things that, because obviously whatever your mindset is, accordingly you take the decisions or you make the decisions. So how this gym freakness, or this, you said like you are very competitive, uh, how that helps you in taking the financial decisions or the mental decisions in your life. That's the one portion of the question. The second portion of the question, what do you think why diversification is important um, in, even if you are working as a personal trainer? So you obviously don't want to just do the personal training or giving the coaching or the diet plans and all that stuff. Obviously you are enjoying that, but along with that, you want to grow yourself financially as well. What do you think? Why diversification is important, or can you do the diversification into the same field? Like, for example, you as a personal trainer, something what you're gonna do is just into the fitness field, or you want to do something else out of the fitness field. Is it important diversification, or if it's important, if yes, how much portfolio that you have to give into the diversification and give the best of yourself, the more of yourself just to the fitness?
Yeah, great question. I think starting with the diversification, I don't know if it's gonna be best for everyone. I think sometimes you need to focus on one thing, because I know some coaches that start delving towards like other businesses, and so, like, because I had some clients coming to me and I would ask them like, why did you leave your previous coach, for example? And then sometimes the answer is because he's so busy with like other stuff that I'm not getting as much attention, or like whether it's be like many clients, or some other business and stuff. To me, I think it's good for me personally, because I think it takes away the need of the financial need from the coaching, so that I can give my all based on passion. If I'm making money from like other businesses, then to me the coaching remains as it is now, just pure passion, fun. I just like to go to the shows with my clients. call them friends, and like see them winning, which give me the fulfillment. Also with my lifestyle clients that like would tell me like something like me changing their whole life and so on, not just physique. Like I start focusing just like pure body transformation, and then I would get feedbacks of like them feeling like the discipline, they feel like they can do anything they can do and so on. So yeah.
It all starts from the mindset.
Yes, for sure. And the other thing that your first portion of the question was um, what I got from the fitness. It's definitely the community and network I have. I know a lot of people now in the fitness industry, which is amazing. Like, think, yeah, got to know amazing people in my life now from that, and also like just with self development, definitely the discipline that you get from it, and knowing that you pushing through the pain in the gym or pushing through the pain in a diet because you have a goal, like like a bigger picture, looking at like you sacrifice instant gratification for like a bigger joy at the end. That definitely grew in me because of the gym and fitness, and so yeah.
And it's just also important that, because you mentioned that you have a lot of people in your circle now, those who are from the fitness industry, and obviously they are in, and some of the people that they are in a better position than you in fitness, right?
Yep.
What do you think? Is it very important to circle around yourself with a bunch of people, those who are much better in the same thing what you are doing? Because I read that in a book which is called Eco Anatomy, and in that book he mentioned that surround yourself with the people those who are better into the field, and also surround yourself with the people those who are getting influence from you. So you are getting influence from someone, and you know that this is to neutralize your ego. So you know that you are influencing someone, and you're also getting influence from someone. So not to just consider I'm the only person.
Yeah.
Even though you're trying your level best, as what you said that I'm the best, and that's what my nature is, competitiveness, which you do, but not in an egoistic way. Otherwise, you're gonna spoil yourself.
Yes, 100%. There's a fine line between these two. I strive to be the best, and I like to believe that I am, and that's what everyone should like. I think other coaches, should be thinking the same as well. Yeah. Same in like me as a, competitive bodybuilder, I would post saying that, like, I made a series called Road to Pro, and pretty much saying out there that I believe that I'm going to turn pro, which is, from, yeah, from outside perspective, I know someone can read it and be like, "Oh, this guy is so cocky," but again, from my perspective, is I want myself to believe that I can keep pushing hard for that. And then sometimes when I feel like tired and I'm like, "Oh, it's getting so hard," and I want to like give up, and then I remember, well, I posted that I'm gonna turn pro, so I better be, yeah, because otherwise I'll be like embarrassed. I'll be, like, what am I even talking about?
Other way to keep yourself motivated. So just keep on. It's not you are telling someone to just be an egoistic person.
Yeah.
I think it's something that you are just reminding yourself. Or if you are not reminding, someone will come and tell you, and it's like, that's what you serve. What are you doing with that? So
Yeah.
nothing. But then you're gonna see that now. Yeah, said that, and I have to do that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Coach, for coming here today, and it was my pleasure meeting you. As I learned a lot, and I think the audience will learn a lot. That was something which I really enjoyed this conversation. This is all about not just the motivation; it's also about your career counseling. And I would say at the end of this podcast, do what you love. You just only got one life, and live it with the whole fulfillment. Don't just do all that stupid stuff which someone is just telling you. That's their life. Even though your parents are telling you just become a doctor and engineer, which is very common in Pakistan and India. Every single person is becoming an engineer. Even over here, if I'm telling someone that I'm an engineer, it's, oh man, you're so smart. It's like, no, I never get that compliment back in my life, back in my country. If I'm telling someone that I'm an engineer, it's like, So you are doing the same shit what everyone is doing. And over here, people just consider, man, it's a art or technical thing that what you have done. Um, if you already somewhere in your life where you already pursue your career in something which you don't like, just keep doing that. But at least maybe try a little bit portion of something which you like. For example, if someone like doing the graphic designing, give 1 or 2 hours to the graphic designing, except from your regular job. Same like I'm going to the gym because I know I love that sport. And ultimately now I have an experience of 7 or 8 years. Same thing what the coach did. He always loved that and he did his engineering and masters. So if someone who is watching this podcast, this is the live example in front of you. If he can do that, you can do that as well. So don't just think that, okay, so you're not going to make anything from the gym, or, this personal training is not something. Lastly, I'm just going to add last line over here, which is, I have read it somewhere that put yourself somewhere where your worth is what you want. No, don't sell yourself where your value is $1. Sell yourself where your value is in thousands of dollars. I think if Ziad goes back to his country, or maybe let's say he goes back to the Pakistan, people not gonna pay him that much. And ultimately he got frustrated. I left everything just because of this personal coaching, and I love that, but I'm not making money. So you have to be at the right place as well. What you if you are at somewhere where people don't understand what your ambition is or what your level of accomplishment is, just move to that place and go somewhere else. And if you want something, nature will help you out to get to give you that thing. Well, thank you so much. Stay tuned to Aussie Diaries, and I put all the links regarding the coach, his website and everything. And if someone wants a coaching, stay tuned to him, and he will help you out to accomplish your goal. Cheers. Thank you very much. Into that.